back to Next Level Tarot. So today I want to look at Hailey Bieber and the Call Her Daddy podcast. I want to find out who sent her there and what the intention was behind this interview. I want to see what the energies are around the situation, around Hailey right now, around Justin. I'll also have a look at Selena and how she reacted to this, how she felt about it. I feel like something is going on, something in the dark, something that we don't know of, and I'm wanting to find out what exactly is going on there, because it's just giving me weird off vibes. So let's find out. Let me clear the deck here, the energies. Thank you, universe, for giving us accurate messages. Thank you for giving us insight. Thank you that everything that's dark will be exposed, will be brought into the light. Thank you for blessing us and thank you for protecting us. All right, I already shuffled this deck. First question. Who sent Hailey to the Call Her Daddy podcast? Whose idea was it? We have the Star in reverse. Okay, so her reputation in the world is very unstable. There are many people that don't like her. And they wanted to do some damage control. And I feel like they trust Hailey now enough to speak about the situation. So before, they didn't want to give that power, that responsibility to Hailey. But Hailey probably proved herself that she is reliable, that she's smart enough to handle the situation. And that's why they were like, okay, maybe she's ready now to talk about the situation. Also, with the Star card, what I'm getting is that they are a bit worried about what Selena will expose in her documentary. So they're trying to do damage control. The timing is also very questionable. And I feel that there's a woman behind Hailey that came up with this idea for her to speak about the situation before the documentary comes out, to kind of create a certain narrative. What was Hailey's intention for going on Call Her Daddy and spilling all the beans? What is her intention? The Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it was a business move. She wants to push her business to the next level. She wants to be known in a bigger audience. I know that Call Her Daddy has a certain audience. They attract certain types of people. And I feel like her manager, her team, found that many people that listen to the Call Her podcast are also fan of Hailey, or they approve her more, or they like her more than Selena. So that's why they thought that this was the ideal place for her. She also got a lot of money from this podcast. Yeah, I see it more being about restoring her reputation and about money. What was Hailey's intention with this podcast? We have the Two of Swords. Yeah, she wanted to create a narrative and for people to choose her side. She wanted to paint herself as a victim in this situation. I don't know, I haven't listened to the interview, but that's what I'm getting here with the Two of Swords. She tried to portray herself as a victim. Now we have the Chariot in reverse. It's like Negative attention is attention at least. So even though she got a lot of backlash for it, she is very focused on the money, and she tries for the comments and opinions of people not to get to her. But I do feel that she just dug a deeper hole for herself. Because now she exposed herself even more, and she is now strategizing, thinking about how to move forward. What did she achieve with this podcast? The Magician. I feel like it was a power move. She wanted to test the waters. She wanted to test what she's capable of. I also see her stepping up spiritually, and I see her doing rituals and stuff to up-level herself, to make herself more famous. She's trying different things to appeal more to the public. But I don't see her succeeding much because the Chariot is in reverse, the Emperor is in reverse. It's like the star card is in reverse as well. It's like the stars are not aligned for her to get what she wants. It's not her time. She doesn't have favor from the gods. I feel like the people around her, her manager, her team, it's not very intelligent. They are kind of shooting in the dark. They're trying different things, but nothing really seems to work. There's no momentum for her. There's no momentum for Hailey Bieber because there are too many people that don't allow her to have this momentum. She doesn't have the favor of the gods and of the people as well. What did she achieve with coming on this podcast? What did she achieve? We have the Five of Pentacles in reverse. The only thing that she achieved coming on this podcast is to create a narrative that is more suitable for herself. But she is still in an uncomfortable position. This podcast hasn't solved anything for her. It actually trapped her even more because what she said now is forever on the internet. She feels like her hands are tied now, and that there is no way for her to restore her reputation. She knows that this is her fate, and she just has to accept that most people will never like her. How is Justin feeling about this situation? Justin has the Knight of Swords in reverse. I feel like Justin is giving up as well. I felt like he relied on Hailey and he trusted that she would be able to handle this situation. And she did handle it quite well. But because there is lies, there is deception, you can't deceive the whole world, you know. There will always be people that can see through you. And I feel like Justin he just knows that his wife will never be liked by or accepted by most people, and he's just giving up, you know. I feel like this was his last hope, his last shot of their relationship being redeemed, but it didn't work. Yeah, we have the Ace of Wands in reverse. I feel like the attraction that Justin has for Hailey really took a back seat, and I think it was a turn off for him to see how much Hailey wanted to control the narrative, also the deception. I feel like this interview was a really misstep for their relationship, and since he did that interview, I feel that the energy in their dynamic really has shifted. Okay, what's the future for Justin and Hailey? We have the Seven of Wands. Justin feels that the people around him want him to play a certain role. The people around him expect him to be a certain way, to fulfill this role in their life as the husband, as the son, as the creator, as the magician, as the pop star. And he's being very worn out about it, and he is extremely exhausted. And I feel that he gets the same vibes from Hailey. She wants him to behave. She wants him to, be reliable, be this, be that. She has all these expectations for Justin. And he feels like Hailey is no different than for his manager, for example. Okay, so what I'm getting here is that Hailey is actually working for Justin Bieber. I feel like his manager or company that he works for, or the record deal that he signed to, asked Hailey to not only be his girlfriend or wife, but also be his caregiver. So Hailey is getting paid by Justin's managers. And that's why she is rising up now, because Justin's manager, Justin's team, they see how reliable Hailey is, that she's consistent, that she is on time, that she is, reliable. That doesn't mean that she is a good person. That means that she is a good worker, that she is a good employer. And it's like Justin, he is the little monkey that has to perform in the circus. And he feels extremely worn out. He feels exhausted. There's no joy for him in what he does. And I feel that Justin became extremely passive. And that people now around him are completely controlling his life. He thought that it was a good idea to choose his wife that would also watch out over him, make sure that he, eats healthy, that he works out, that he doesn't take drugs, that he goes to bed. Like Hailey got all these responsibilities on her. And in the beginning, he rather took it from her than some assistant that he maybe doesn't know. But now he sees that he feels like he is on duty 24/7. And I feel that in his contract there's something like, if you don't take good care of yourself, you won't get all these benefits and stuff. So that's why Hailey is playing this role to make sure that he takes good care of himself. Otherwise he doesn't get paid or something like that. The Moon. I feel that Hailey is in secret communication with Justin's team. She's reporting back to them what he's doing, where he's going, how he's doing, with whom he's hanging out. She's reporting everything back to these managers, to these people. Then we have the Nine of Wands in reverse. Yeah, so Justin has been pushed into a corner. There's someone extremely powerful, dangerous, that's having control over Justin's life. And Hailey is kind of the person that stands in between them. On one side, Hailey is trying to protect him, but she loves the power that she holds over Justin. She absolutely loves it. She feeds off this power. And Justin knows that. So Hailey is like energy vampire. She's sucking out the life out of Justin because it feeds her. It feeds her confidence. It feeds her beauty. It feeds her health. She's sucking him dry. How does Justin feel about Selena? 5 of Cups in reverse. He's extremely regretful for what he did towards her. He knows that she fell out of grace after what he did to her. And he knows that this karma will stay with him forever for destroying and hurting someone as beautiful and sweet and kind as Selena, even though she has her toxic side as well. But still, she is a way better human being than Hailey. Disclaimer, these are my opinions and my opinions only. He also feels that Selena has done some spells on Justin to take revenge. But I think she only did that maybe a few times. She regretted it after, but in the moment she was so hurt, she was in so much pain that this was the only thing that could soothe her pain. So she also cursed him a bit. And he knows that, so that's why he's not trying to cross her or disrespect her, because he doesn't want to get more vengeance from her. So what's Hailey doing? Why is she reporting back to Justin's team? The 6 of Swords. Because they want for Justin to make progress. They want Justin to grow, to become more famous, to get more status, to become more popular. So they are trying to find ways to help him. And everything they do is behind the disguise of I'm just trying to help you. The way that they control him is through fear and intimidation. And Hailey, she doesn't really have a consciousness, meaning she doesn't know when she is doing something wrong or for the wrong reasons. She doesn't have that emotional intelligence or spiritual intelligence. When most people around her agree to the same thing, she assumes that it must be the right thing. So she's not really thinking for herself. And she's just following orders blindly. So there's some part of her brain that is blocked, that is completely shut out. And that's her intuitive part. You know, she is very much liked by designers and by whatever because she is so good at following orders. Because she listens to the people that are above her, you know, to authority. She is willing to listen to authority. She is not a rebel. Justin is the opposite. Justin is very intuitive. Justin can't really accept authority 100% because he feels like he doesn't owe people anything, right? Because he knows his self-worth in that sense. But Hailey, she is a nobody. She doesn't have anything to offer. So rebelling or going her own way or not listening is not really an option for her. So the way that Justin's team is trying to control him is through his relationship. Because his team now always knows where he is, there's a routine, you know. And when he was just going around, sleeping around, he was traveling there and there was less control over his life. But now that Hailey is so willing to report to them what's going on, they really feel that this is the ideal situation to keep Justin hostage. What's the future for Hailey and Justin? The Eight of Wands in reverse. So Justin will keep playing the monkey, the circus monkey. Most people around him expect him to play a certain role, and he will never break free from that because he married this woman and they didn't sign a prenup, so financially he's bound to her. He's a hostage. It's no different like the Britney Spears situation because she was in a conservatorship or whatever. Justin is in almost the same situation, except he's not being controlled by his dad, he's being controlled by his wife. And this will become more and more clear in the future. And I even see Hailey messing up with his mind and Justin questioning his mental health because Hailey just puts herself so far above him that she is so much more stable and wise and liked and sober and healthy than him. And she makes him feel smaller and smaller and smaller until he will completely disappear and go up in flames. You know, I see Justin just fading away more and more and more. Yeah, I see Justin having no direction. It's gonna go downhill even more. As you can see, this person is cycling down. It's not cycling up. So he's gonna find himself in a very dark place in the near future. You thought that he was in a dark place now, just wait in the next 2 years where things are gonna escalate even more, where his wife will take more control of him, his life. He will fade away more into the background. And Hailey will be favored over him because she is better at taking orders from higher ups. And she's better to perform in front of the public and deceive the weak-minded. I see Justin within the next 2 years really acting out, and he will go partying more. I see him taking more drugs. I see him maybe cheating as well. And I feel like within the next 2 years, he will stop giving an F about what Hailey's opinion is about him because he will start to see that Hailey is not in a relationship with him for love and caring and compassion, but to keep him in check, to make sure that he is able to keep performing. And this will really colden his heart towards her, and he will completely distance himself from her. He will not divorce her because there's too much financial responsibilities, bonds between them, contracts. But he will make it very, very hard for Hailey to live with him. And he will put on a whole act for Hailey to leave him, so that he can have more say in the divorce settlement. Something like that I see happening between them. What I also see is that Hailey and Justin might stay married, but they will live separately. I see Justin completely isolating himself from the public. And, Hailey will stay in the spotlight, but I see him withdrawing a lot. And at one point in their relationship, they will probably